Ladies, gentlemen, it is currently September the 16th, and we just got a little bit of news on the Season 10 Nighthaven, so let's go ahead and see what, what this has to offer. So, I haven't looked into this at all, but a quick scroll. Yeah, we're just gonna see what this is. We're gonna read through it together. So, Season 10 Nighthaven, explore a realm hidden from Eternum for generations. So basically, we're just gonna get like a werewolf-themed season. Navigate treacherous alliances and face threats born from the darkness itself between a mysterious new zone, evolving endgame systems, and a 10-player raid this season reshapes how your journey and endure. Okay, so a couple of things on the very start. New raid and new endgame system, right? So that's what we're kind of interested in here. And I guess new mob types and whatnot. The Nighthaven update will release on Monday, October the 13th. Okay, so 2 days before the RuneScape gridlocked. So we will have 2 days to play, then a RuneScape session, and then back to New World most likely. So we're gonna have a new zone, Nighthaven, and this already looks sick, actually. This is so suitable for New World, I think. So basically vampire type land, bro. This is gonna look sick. Come on, like we have to be honest here. This is gonna have to look sick. An ancient land rich with history, Nighthaven was largely cut off from the rest of the Eternum for lifetimes under the direction of its powerful king. Do we care about the lore? I'm not so sure, but let's read it anyways. Those few who did visit the haunting woods and mighty castles tell stories of mysterious figures, tall and lithe. Engaged both in the politics and the court and the dark hallways of the land's many ruins. Bro, I forgot how to read, honestly. These inhabitants can be both charming and welcoming, or vicious and fearsome. Depending on how they view those, bro, I don't care. There are also stories of monstrous creatures that seem to exhibit the qualities of both man and beast. Although, okay, so we're getting werewolves or vampires, right? Nighthaven is a lounge shrouded in mystery where the dark holds sway over the light. Power lies deep in the catacombs and ruins of its land to those who are bold and brave enough to venture there. Right, okay, so we're gonna get new story, the Tear of Gaea. Gaea? Gaea. I don't know how to say that. Okay, so after the Elysian Wilds, we're just gonna get more main story, basically. It seems like her journey was met with ill fortune. The Tear has gone missing. She's once more turning to the Soul Warden in an attempt to recover the Tear and keep world safe from whatever nefarious bada bing bada boom. Right, travel between the newly discovered land of Nighthaven and engage in enigmatic and mysterious figures that call it home as you search for the divine artifact. Right, so we're getting new artifact, whatever. So, new game mode Catacombs. Hold up, wait a minute. This looks kinda interesting, let's see. Catacombs is a new game mode in which up to 3 players explore the depths of procedurally generated dungeon. Okay, so trio queue, always different dungeon. Battling a wide variety of enemies and bosses, gaining unique mode-specific power-ups, collecting cursed resources and currency. Bro, this is cool, this is different, this is new, I like this. We're getting new currency, we use it to get stronger, and racing to successfully exit and cleanse their treasures before the time runs out. So basically they're gonna utilize the PvP zone mechanics a little bit, and make it into a procedurally generated dungeons. I really like the way this sounds, honestly. While the difficulty of the Catacombs is moderate at the start of the season, the challenge and the reward is increased significantly each time a boss is defeated. To counter this, players are able to acquire in-mode power-ups to enhance their stats and abilities. With each boss defeated, player must decide between pushing further into the Catacombs for even greater rewards, or safely making their exit before the time runs out. Failure to make a safe exit results in the loss of the vast majority of the treasures collected. So this is really good system. So basically think about it this way. You get bis, you get out. You don't get bis, you keep going. This is really interesting. I am very excited to play this, actually. And I'm not a PvE player at all, but I'm excited for this. So on top of that, we also get a new raid, Isle of Night. Isle of Night is a 10-person endgame raid. The raid is set in a once magnificent kingdom whose inhabitants have now fallen lost. Similar in length and format to the Hive of Gorgons, this new raid features 3 new bosses and multiple new enemy types. Light puzzles and set-piece encounters. This raid will be some of the hardest content in Season 10, demanding players gear up and coordinate to succeed. So similar to how Gorgon is, on the release it was very hard to clear. Now everybody clears it very easily. It's gonna be fun. This is gonna be interesting. I'm honestly looking forward to maybe trying this day one and seeing if we can be one of the first people that clear it for sure. So yeah, this is going to be interesting as well. Probably you're going to get some good drops as well. Just like Gorgon dropped some very good pieces, I'm assuming this is going to drop some really good stuff. And the best part about this is I know nothing about this. Like, we haven't had PTR. We haven't had, like... I personally am a big hater of PTR because it kind of ruins the patch, if that makes sense. Like, if you play it in PTR, like, sure, you play test it, but you know what's coming. I like that nobody has a clue of what's coming. So this is really cool. At least I think so. I don't think there's been a PTR for this. Overhauled endgame progression. Nighthaven brings with it numerous game-wide changes to system, progression, gearing, and rewards. So this is what we're really interested in right now. Our goal with these changes is to form a connective tissue that motivates a variety of play and endgame activities and enables players to customize their loadouts in a way they never could before to discover unique and powerful combinations of equipment. Okay, so level cap to 70, so we're getting 5 levels, and gear score to 800, so we're getting plus 75 on the gear score. Along with a level cap increase, gear score is raising from 75 to 800. PvP modes, which currently scale up to 700, will now scale to 775. So the gear that you have right now is still gonna be good, but you will be able to get 25 gear score more by playing. So this is, they cooked with ice, added a little bit of seasoning, and, you know, we can still use the same gear in the PvP situations. It's gonna be chill until you get like the 800 full beast, turbo beast stuff, right? So new gear modding system, perk charms. Instead of one customizable gem socket, gear can now have up to 4 empty sockets into which players can install new perk modifiers called charms. Charm sockets and charm themselves have 3 types: defensive, offensive, and skill. These charms can be picked up fully refined, but more commonly will need to be crafted with rare materials which drop from the endgame content. So the way I read this, if you're skill, you could put on an armor, I don't know, let's just hypothetically, woodcutting luck, mining luck, skinning luck, and harvesting luck. Hypothetically. Now, if you're looking defensive, you're thinking like, I don't know, freedom, enchanted word, something, conditioning, this, that. Offensive is probably like perks, right? I don't know. This could be the weapon skills perks as well. Yeah. I mean, damn. You know what I mean? This could be really interesting. Set bonuses. We're introducing set bonuses into New World. Eternum for the first time. These ultra rare sets of gear will be earned from pinnacle endgame content, Isle of Night raid, Catacombs, and the PvP. Yes, boys! Come on! Who cooked in AGS? Who dropped the ice and purchased some gas, bro? Finally! PvP Trek, bro, this has been hot garbage for the longest time. PvP Trek has not even been dropping 7 to 5 gear score. It's been dropping 680. Complete trash. And now they actually cooked with gas, and we might actually be able to get some beast stuff from the PvP Trek. That is exciting. Comparatively to the Isle of Night raid and Catacombs, it's probably gonna be like, is it gonna be easier? I think Catacombs are gonna be mega fun to do. Raid is probably gonna be the hardest out of those 3, and PvP Trek, it depends how often they drop good stuff. Probably not very often, but yeah. We want to encourage players to mix and match these sets to achieve their desired build type, so they aren't all or nothing. Set bonuses come in 2 types. Some bonuses activate at 2 equipped pieces and then get better at the 4 equipped pieces, and some only activate at 3 pieces and then get better at 5. This means there are 7 possible combinations of sets, so you have 2-2-2-2-2, 4-4-2, 5-5, or 5-3-2, or 4-3-3, or 4-2-2-2-2, or 3-3-2-2. It's up to you to decide the best combination of effects that best suits your playstyle. Brothermen, we might have to say goodbye to RuneScape and full-time New World, because it seems like we're gonna be cooking with ice and there's gonna be some builds we're gonna have to make. That's all I'm gonna say for now. To round out the long-term chase, we've ushered in a new generation of Umbral Shards. This means that all the gear in the new paradigm stays viable and upgradable with... Okay, everything we have right now is gonna be good, but upgradable further with Umbrals rather than the clunky system in the Gypsum Kiln. Any gear with gear score of at least 700 can be upgraded with Umbrals, so keep your 700 gear, that's good. The system... Oh, wait, Bro, I had some turbo good 700 gear. The system works slightly differently than Umbrals in the past, and it is now a currency with a wallet cap of 1000 in a weekly run. Brother. Okay, so they cooked with gas, and then they decided that gas was not a good cooking source, so they went back to ice. They are once again locking the content behind time. Boo. You know what I mean? We don't like the time-gated stuff. New World keeps pushing their time-gated bullshit. I'm not a fan of it, but yeah. Anyways, once a week, bada bing, bada boom. A bit sad about this one. This will keep Umbral's value from deteriorating over time, which was the problem we saw with the previous version of the system. Yeah, not a fan of the weekly, but it's gonna be exciting. You know, that's what matters. It's gonna be interesting, it's gonna be exciting. There it is, a huge iceberg thrown into the pot. Yeah, they really had gas and decided, you know what, they needed a little bit of ice. It is what it is. Infix perks. There will still be unique gear pieces with powerful and rare perks called infixes. This will function similarly to how the unique perks on artifacts work. Attribute changes. There are no longer any perks which increase attributes. Hold on, guys, let me read this back. There are no longer any perks which increase attributes. We felt those perks didn't really result in a meaningful choice between two good alternatives, so we've decided to reclaim that slot for more interesting perks. All of the attribute points that used to come from these perks has been instead added to the native attribute point pool granted by normal leveling. And to make sure this is easier to manage, we've made gear set storage loadouts now also save your... Okay, they cooked again! They made it so the gear set storage loadouts also save your current attribute loadout. Thank fuck for that. So you can swap a build in a click of a button. In a war you can play an assassin, and then you're like, you know what, our point is shit, let me go bruiser real quick. Then you're like, wait a second, my healer DC'd one click of a button, now we're healing. I'm just kidding obviously, but like this could be really good, especially for like OPRs, arena, stuff like that. You want to swap around the builds, very good. The attribute perks on the existing gear have been replaced with other perks of relatively low power, since players will keep the power the attribute perks used to yield. Hold up, what? The attribute perks on the existing gear have been replaced with other perks of relatively low power, since players will keep the powers the attributes perk used to yield. I'm a bit lost here. I don't really know what they're trying to say with this. I guess we're gonna wait until the game drops and then we're gonna see. Perk design. We've done a complete sweep through our collection of perks and made some structural changes. Our goal is to make perk selection conditional and thoughtful, and to eliminate must-have perks that simply raise the critical combat numbers, like damage, stamina, and cooldown reduction with some kind of meaningful drawback. So they're really going full like 360 on the whole perk situation. So like Enchanted Ward and stuff like that is all gonna be bad, like gone, right? Hey, yo, they cooked again. New OPR map, the tower, bro. One thing I like about New World right now, they have not released any new maps in forever. And it's like they added a brand new team and they're pumping maps like 3v3 maps, OPR maps, like this is good. This keeps the game exciting. So I'm very, very excited about this. So we have the tower. Rises above the mists, a gothic fortress fusing ancient magics and engineering brilliance atop a mountain peak. Battle across 3 vertical layers of dark grandeur. From the commanding castle height, I don't know if that's how you say this, bro. It's a complicated word for a Slovenian like me. From the commanding castle heights to the corrupted depths below, jump pads and strategic pathways create constant warfare, while 3 capture points drive the action. Underground passages hide valuable mines and fearsome areas, or arenas rather, providing tactical options and game-changing resources. In this 20v20 battlefield, victory belongs to those who can master both the heights and the depths of combat. Keep on the lookout. Brother, not bad. Honestly, new map, new system, completely different perks, umbrellas are useful, new sort of charms that we have to figure out, new weekly. I'm excited about the raid, I'm excited about the Catacombs, I'm excited about PvP track being useful. I think this might be a W. This might be a very rare New World W. I'm gonna be excited for the 13th of October. I said it, bro. We're gonna play it, it's gonna be sick. We're gonna stream it, it's gonna be awesome. That's about it. I think that's everything we know for now. It's a pretty damn good post, honestly. WAGS, man.